In this video, we will learn how to calculate the percentage yield. So in this question, we are given the grams of CO2, which reacts with H2O, to give C6H12O6, which is the glucose here. And we need to find the percentage yield of glucose. So the first step is to write the chemical reaction balanced. And let's say in your question, you're not provided the chemical reaction. So we can just find the chemical reaction. Let's just ignore this for a while. So we know that there's CO2. So CO2, which reacts with H2O. So we know that there's H2O, and that gives you C6H12O6. And let's just balance this, okay? So we know that there is 6 carbons, so we know that there's going to be a 6 here, and we know that there's 12 hydrogens, so we need a 6 here also. Now if we count the carbons, that's balanced, and if we count the hydrogens, that's also balanced, but the oxygens are not balanced. We have 12 over here and 6, so in total there's 18 here, and here there's only 6, so we need to add 6 more hydrogens, and there we go, we just balance the equation. And now the next step is to find the limiting reactant, meaning that which of the reactants here between CO2 and H2O will finish first. So let me just give you an example of what a limiting reactant meaning and what significance does it hold. So let's say you're cooking burgers and you have 4 buns and only 1 patty, and each burger needs 2 buns and 1 patty. So if you decide to make burgers, you will only be able to make one, since you will be finished off all your patties. So 2 buns and 1 patty, and this means that you will have excess of buns and limiting reactant of the patty. So the same case goes over here. If any of these reactants finish first, this means that the reaction is done. It's finished. So the first step, of course, is to calculate the moles. And here we are given the grams of CO2 and H2O. So let's convert these to moles. 12 divided by the molar mass of CO2 is 12 plus 16 times 2 is 32. And this is 12 over 44, meaning that there are 0.27 moles of CO2, and for H2O we have 8 divided by 2 plus 16, meaning 8 over 18, which is 0.44. So which one here is less, is the limiting reactant? It is going to be this one, since this is way less than 0.44, meaning this the CO2 will finish first. So let's write these below this now. So now we need to use CO2 for the reaction to calculate glucose, and we can use the cross multiply method, where we have 6 moles of CO2 and only 1 mole of C6H12O6, which is glucose. And now we know the moles of CO2, which is going to be 0.27, and we need to calculate X over here. So I'm going to write X here, and now you can cross multiply to find X here. So it's going to be 1 times 0.7 divided by 6 here, and this is giving us 0.045. So this is X, and 0.045. Now the formula for percentage yield is equal to the actual yield over the theoretical yield me just spell it right. Yeah, times 100. And the actual yield is the one given in the question always, and theoretical is the one we find over here. So we found the number of moles, so we need to convert this into grams. And as we know, number of mole is equal to mass over molar mass. So to find the mass here, we just need to multiply the number of moles, which is 0.045, multiplied by the molar mass of glucose to find the mass. So let's do that now. So let me just clear this out, and this is going to be 0.045 multiplied by the molar mass of C6H12O6, which is 180, will give us the answer of 8.1. So this is the theoretical yield. And now we have the actual yield, we have the theoretical yield, we just need to plug in the values now. So let me just clear this out. 8.1 was the theoretical actually. Let's just move this to the right. Okay, and now let's use the formula. So actual yield was 7.5 as in the question. 8.1 is the theoretical yield that we found multiplied by 100, since yield is always in percentage. So this will give us the answer of 92.6%. So here in our next question, we are given the grams of Na which reacts with Br2 to yield 51.9 grams of NaBr, and we are supposed to find the percentage yield. So let's start by writing the chemical reaction, which is going to be Na plus Br2 to yield to give us NaBr. And we can straight away realize that this is not balanced, so we have two BRs over here, so we have to have two here before the NaBr, and to balance this out we need two over here. So this is the chemical reaction. Let me just write it better. Now we have the balanced equation. We need to find the limiting reactant between Na and Br2. So let's convert these grams to moles. So it's going to be 36 divided by 36.9 divided by 23, which will give us 1.6. And for Br2, it's going to be 46.9 divided by 160. And you can get these molar mass from the periodic table, is equal to 0.29. So which of these numbers are less, and it's going to be the limiting reactant? It is going to be Br2, since 0.29 is way less than 1.6. And one thing I forgot to mention was you also have to divide by the coefficient in the reaction. So if we write 1.6 over here and 0.29, we need to divide by the coefficient. So coefficient of Br2 is just going to be 1, so it's going to be 0.8 and 0.29, and still we are going to take Br2, but that's one thing I forgot to mention even in my last example. So always remember to divide by the coefficient also. Anyways, so now we know that the limiting reactant is Br2. So let's write the ratios and cross multiply. So the ratio of Br2 and NaBr is 1 to 2. So it's going to be 1 here and 2 here. And we know that the number of grams or number of moles is 0.29. And we need to solve for x here. So here is going to be 2 multiplied by 0.29 divided by 1. And this will give us 0.58 as the number of moles for NaBr. So let's replace this with 0.58. And now again, percentage yield formula was percentage, let me just write it quickly. Percentage is equal to actual over theoretical times 100. So we need to convert this number of moles to mass, and the molar mass of NaBr is 103. So it's going to be 0.58 multiplied by 103, which will give us 59.74. And now we can use the formula, this one, to find the percentage yield. Let me just clear my screen. So as mentioned before, the actual is the one always given in the question. So it's going to be 51.9 divided by 59.74 multiplied by 100, and this will give us the answer of 86.94 percentage, and that's the final answer. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to help, and thanks for watching.